Good afternoon, team. Welcome to JTraedz TV, where we discuss all stock related contents and much more, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I just got back. I was had to take care of some properties this morning, so I had to hurry and do that, get that out the way. Hope everybody caught that nice little move back to the downside on SPY. It was that 690 level that still held, which was Friday's high. They still held up as resistance. They got that nice pullback to the downside. Now, the reason why we had a little bit of fear in the market, let me disable it. Now, the reason why we had a little bit of fear in the market, that was still due to the talks of the tariffs, guys. Let me get everything moved over right now. Still trying to get everything situated for the live stream. But yeah, guys. So it was still talks of the tariffs, man. That was struck a little bit of fear in the market. The main ones I still see that's still trying to hold their weight, despite on what SPY's doing, despite the pullback. I mean, Apple is still holding up pretty decent, pretty strong. Still keep everything on lookout for that 268. Remember, we were talking about that on my last live stream. I think that was Saturday, when we talked about the key levels that we was anticipating. We already said already remember that, and the video was gonna be 690. We want to see the not 690. I'm sorry, 190 break for that break above 190 for the push up to 192, 194. For Apple, we want to see that reclaim of 266 to 268 for that possible push up to 270. So right now, I mean, everything as far as Nvidia and Apple, they're still holding their own right now, despite on what what SPY's doing. So I'm liking the setup that we still have on Apple, which we're still getting this nice little uptrend to the upside. The main thing I definitely want to see is that break above 268 for that possible room to run up towards 270, because we know that's going to be the key area that buyers are aiming for next. So definitely keeping that on watch. Like I said, as far as SPY, Friday's high basically turned into Monday's highs. So if y'all noticed that was the same key area that we ran up to on Friday, got rejected. Same key area on Monday, got rejected for that move right back on down. We did crack Friday's lows underneath that 682s back down to the downside. So right here, look like it's creating like an H pattern, or possibly a little two-legged pullback. We're gonna go for the second leg on down. Two-legged pullback. You already got this one leg. And again, the main thing that we want to crack is 680. We cracked that 680. You do have room to possibly fall back down towards the 676 to 675, and that was based off of my 15-minute time frame. I'll go back a little bit. That was, I want to say, Tuesday's lows of last week. So right here, guys, these potential key levels, these lows here that we could find our way back down to, which is going to be around at 677 down towards that 675. Let me go ahead and highlight that. Those are the lows from last week. So let me go ahead and highlight that real quick. Yep. So you see right here, guys, we had this bounce. You have that 677 bounce, and we also had that 675 to 676 bounce right here. So those will be your lows that could be coming up next. Once we crack underneath that 680, we could get even a more deeper pullback down here. So it looked like we cracked out of this the range that we were supposed to hold. We wind up remaining, and you can clearly see the range that we did hold since last week, from these bottoms around the 682 level, rotated our way up towards that 689, 690, turned right back into resistance, and came right back on down. So again, now being underneath this price point here, guys, which is no longer support, we could be now seeing the next leg on down this way. So instead of being in this range here, we could be focused on this bottom range. Because keep in mind, we're no longer in this range because we couldn't hold that floor right around that 682s. So now it looks like we'll be more focused on the lower portion of that range versus the upper portion of that range. So just keep that on watch, where we could see possible more pullback coming. I mean, right now, as far as today, guys, it's just basically been bearish. I mean, look at this. I mean, the bears been having it since the start of the market. Still could not get above that 690 level. Bears came in aggressive and started to get that nice little pullback down. Like I said, watch this key level here. We already cracked the trend line. That's already indicating bearishness. Then we already cracked this support line, which is indicating bearishness. That could be working on the second leg down. How far could we fall back down? We do have those old levels of 677, 50s, all the way back down towards the 676 levels. So we could be possibly working on the second leg down for the second half of the market. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. So, guys, what are you guys looking at as far as today? What are you looking at as far as today? Are y'all waiting for the possible second leg down? You know, if you missed this first move here, are y'all setting yourself up for the next leg? And y'all already know for VIX, you already know what the tops is on that one. That's going to be around 23. and go back a little bit. Where your top's at, where the highs was at, right around 23. Nice little pullback on down. So 23 is going to be a strong resistance until you get back above that. You can see it right here twice. Right here, 23. Go back over a little bit. Try to test it again. 23. So you already know where, again, if long as those buyers keep pushing on how far they're trying to go up to retesting, is 23. So just keep it on watch. Like I said, the more that VIX makes a bullish move, SPY's going to continuously make a bearish move towards the downside. But just keep it on watch. Watch this key level here. Again, puts this is the level that you want to stay underneath for that next leg on down toward the downside. So you definitely want to block these from these buyers. They don't want to. What you want to do is trap these buyers. You want to trap them right here at this level, because again, you want to turn this now back into resistance instead of support. But like I said, Apple's still doing its thing. Like I said, despite on what SPY's doing and falling, Apple's been holding its own. Nvidia's been holding its own. Let me go to Nvidia real quick. I like Apple setup still. Like I said, the next possible targets that I can see for Apple is going to be 268 to 270. Let's see what Nvidia. Where we at? Come on. Like I said, Nvidia right now, you're holding 190. That's the area that we talked about that we need to break above since last week. Now we're above 190. We want to retain 190 for that possible push back up towards the 192s to 194s. Because you can see right here where you ran up to this morning, 194. Then you fell down to the 192s, all the way back down to the 190s. So what we want to do now is reverse, holding 190, going back up to 192 to 194. So far, like I said, look like Nvidia and Apple is still holding their own while everything else is still pulling back. So I mean, those two are still very very strong as far as on the long side. Like I said, I like Apple setup. I like Nvidia setup still. So you already know for Apple, it's gonna be 268. That's gonna be a brick wall until we can get that break above 268, and then from that price point, the next level on up is gonna be up towards that 269 to 270, where we go for the next leg up. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch right now. So we already know whatever you need to break on Apple, 268. Need those buyers to come in, 268 push. Like I said, SPY, keep this level right here on watch. It's going to be around that 681.73 up to 682. Like I said, if you are trying to go in for a short for the next leg on down, possible next leg on down, you need to stay underneath that 682, trap those buyers, and start to reverse that play back down to the downside of 680s, 678s, down to the 676. But if those buyers maintain and get back above 682s, they're going to try to go back up towards this low key area here, right around the 683s to 684s, where they'll try to retest that VWAP. So keep it on watch. Apple, like I said, I still like Apple setup. I want to see that break above 268 for that possible push up towards 269.50 up to 270. When we go for that next possible move towards the upside. So to me, Apple still looks bullish. Still slowly trending his way up towards the upside. Slow creeper. Like I said, SPY, watch this key level here, right around this 682 level. If buyers can maintain it, they're going to try to go back up to retest these bottoms. And at VWAP, right around 684. So far, what are you guys looking at? What today? Let me see. What is the earnings? What was supposed to be coming out today? Is it AMC coming out today? What's coming out today? I know Nvidia is supposed to be set for Wednesday. I know. Oh, HIMS. That's what's coming out today. So as far as so we got HIMS. That's gonna be after the market close. Yeah, that's tomorrow. That's gonna be AMC, and then Wednesday we should be having Nvidia. So, but if they do so happen to change it, I will alert you guys to let you know. But this is what we have so far as our earnings for this week. And we do have CRWV. That's going to be Thursday as well. And you know that's one of my main go-to as far as scalping. And how I think we was holding up pretty well on CRWV too. What was the level I was anticipating for us to get up to? 94. I mean, because you still got CRWV holding up pretty decent. CRWV is holding up pretty decent, trying to get his way back on top of that 92.20. But the main key area, targeted area that I'm anticipating is going to be that 94. up towards 94. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled to see can we go for a nice red to green move back to the upside. So see can buyers step in, because they did recover the well, they maintained the VWAP right around at 91, trying to go for that push right back above 92.20. So I want to see this nice little U shape. So look like, I mean, like I said, it looks pretty decent on CLWV too. So CLWV, Apple, Nvidia, so those are still holding their own at this time. Tesla, we already know we need to get back above 400. You already know how that goes. 400, 405, 410, 415, 420. So we already know how Tesla rolls. So, like I said, all of these are still looking pretty decent. Like I said, next key area I'm looking for CRWV is going to be 94. 94 level. So I just got back in, guys. So I'm just trying to still get everything situated on my end as far as all my contracts. Just try to figure out, what I'm interested in. Alpha, like I said, for sure is one. I want to see that break above 268. For CRWV, I definitely want to see us get above that 92.20 for that possible push back up towards that 90, up towards 94. So I definitely want to see that nice U-shaped pattern back to the upside. Because I mean, indicators, everything's still holding pretty decent, with possible room to run to the upside. I just want to see can buyers get right back on top of 92.20 and go for that nice reversal and continue that red to green move. Oh God, why every time I get on live, everybody want to call me like they no one. Hold on, guys, that's my grandmother. And I just finished the properties. Hold on, guys, let me see what she want now. Hold up. Jeez. That was my grandmother, man. Ah, Lord, she want me to do some more property work. God, boy, I finished one, I gotta do the next. It's a job, man. It's a job. I already knew something was coming when she was calling me. I said, nah, she want me to go do something else. Think you finished, but you're not. But yeah, guys, so watch this 682 level, guys. And like I said, as long as those buyers can hold, they're going to try to go for that gap fill from these indicators, this 9 MA and 20 MA, but that possible push back up towards the 50 and the VWAP. Well, we do have room to fill this gap fill up towards 684. So 683.50 up to 684. So as long as they maintain these bottoms, guys, this is going to be a demand zone. So just keep that on watch. Like I said, puts. The only time you're going to have that advantage is when we fall and close back underneath this level, turning this level back into resistance. But right now, as long as those buys maintain, they're going to try to go for that 82 up to 84, which is going to be a $2 push back to the upside. God, Lord, she want me to go cut more grass. Jesus. I knew that was coming. Let's see what Apple, guys, we are above that 268. Still building our way up towards the upside. Oops. Come on, Apple. Yeah, I do apologize. So that's what took me so long this morning, man. I was doing property work, and then she just called me again. It's just never over. But I mean, it's my grandmother, man. I gotta do what I gotta do. So she asks, I gotta do it. So my grandfather always looking at me and my brothers to do what we gotta do for my grandmother. So hey, gotta handle business, man. No arguments. Gotta be on top of it. So. So what time it is? So let me see what time I'm gonna get started on that. Jesus. Right now it's 1 o'clock. I'll stay with you guys till about. I'll stay about. What time it is? Roughly power hour. I'll stay with you guys till power hour. So I'll help break down things as much as I can. So I get that out of the way. So I can get these yards out of the way, and I don't have to worry about her hitting me up anymore. But I'll knock it out. So yeah, guys, watch your SPY. Look for that possible push back up towards that 83.50 up to 84. So possible little $2 push back to the upside, back up towards the VWAP. Let's keep it on watch to see. Thought I was done. It's all good though. It's all good. Like say anything for my grandmother, man. Anything for her. I got her. Work. It's all good. Oh boy. Let's see. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out between Apple and SPY. Like I said, Apple has room to push its way up towards that 270. As long as you hold 268, go for that next possible $2 move on up. So kind of picture as a $2 range, a $2 channel. 268, 270 with the mid area 269. Like I said, SPY, look for that possible indicator gap fill up from 262s all the way up towards that possible area of 682s to 684s. I'm sorry, because I'm looking at different numbers, man. So excuse me on that. I'm looking at the 200s on Apple, and I'm looking at the 600s on SPY. So I apologize. Then her calling me, so got my mind all over the place. Ugh. So where we at right now? So as we slowly build our way up, you already know, guys, we want to get back above 682.50 up to 683s, and then from the 683s up to 683.50 up to 684s. Just slowly build our way up towards 682s to 684s to make it as easy as possible. So just trying to figure out. So I'm looking at both contracts. Oops, put the wrong tick on that one. Like I said, Apple still bullish. I mean, Apple still looks good. I mean, like I said, Apple still got some good opportunities on it. So, I mean, like I said, don't count Apple out. Apple's been running since this morning. So, I wouldn't even count that one out. I was just trying to figure out which contract I wanted to use. Because I know the ones I was looking at is kind of moving a little. They moving, but they moving a little slow. Just a little slow. But they still profitable, in other words. I was just trying to figure out which one I wanted to use on this bad boy. Let me see if it's gonna let me in on this one. Let me see. What we at? 268.50. So I mean, my grandmother got my mind just all over the place, just multitasking, and then trying to help you guys out. Now y'all see my life, but I love it though, man. It keeps me busy. So I can't complain on that. Keeps me busy. Gotta love it, man. Like I said, anything for my grandmother. She need me to do something. Hey. Right now, guys, SPY still looking good. Trying to go for this little indicated gap fill from the 9 and 20 up towards that area of the 50 and VWAP, which should be putting you right around 84.50. So you should be going for a nice little transition. Nice little red to green, almost a little U-shape, kind of pulling you way back up to that VWAP like a magnet. So still got a lot of room to still push to the upside. So just keep that on watch. So my targeted goal for I'm trying to get in. where we at right now with Apple? Apple, we were on where 68.50. 68.50. I'm just trying to see, can we get a little quick little pullback, a quick little red candle back down real fast. Cause y'all know me, I don't like chasing. I just don't want to, take off without me. But I wouldn't mind a little pullback real quick. To avoid chasing it. Just want to see a quick little pullback, real quick. Where I have a lower area to get in at. Quick pullback. Come on. Damn it. I think it's going to run without me. I ain't going to lie to you. I think it's going to probably run without me. Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Because I was trying to get into some low areas on this contract, but I just can't. Because it's still pushing. It's just still steady pushing. I can't get the low areas. I can't get these sellers to grab my orders. Because it's still steady pushing. I mean, like I said, it's bullish. I mean, Apple's bullish. Still looking good. Don't get it twisted. Still looking good. Nope. Still not grabbing them. Still not grabbing my orders. Because it's steady, it's still bullish. It's just steady pushing. It's going to put me in a position to try damn near chasing this crap. Freak. And like I said, guys, as I told you on SPY, if you are trading SPY, you want to stay above 82.50, from 82.50 up to 83, 83.50, up towards 84. So again, you want to go from 82s up to 84s. You want to kind of do like a little gap fill. You want to kind of fill up a gap from these indicators or this low level here up towards that VWAP, which should be putting you around 84. And this bad boy is still pushing. God dang, man. Steady pushing. I'm trying. I just can't get feel right now. Like, I'm trying, but I just can't get feel because this bad boy just steady pushing. I cannot get feel right now. God dog it. Like I said, the targeted area I have in mind for Apple, I want to see, can we get that push back up towards 270. Like I said, for my SPY traders, look for that possible push up towards 83.50 up to 84. I want to take out this little area here first, right here, which is going to be around 83, and then we want to break through for that push up towards 83.50 to 84. Come on, Apple, man, give me a little bit of leeway, just a little bit of a little pull. Because now what I like about this is we broke above this high level here on Apple. Now turning this area to possible support for a pullback bounce. So that was around 67.74. So we turned resistance now into possible support now that we broke above it. So I was anticipating a little pullback bounce real quick, but this buy is still pushing this bad boy. Because once you hit that 69, you're only $1 away from 70. I was trying to see, can we get a quick pullback? And there you go with SPY, guys. As I told you, want to get a break right above this little key level here, 83 to 83.50, and then go for that next push up towards 84, filling up this little gap fill towards these bottoms, these indicators, up towards these indicators. God dang it, Apple is not cutting me no slack. I swear it's not. I can't get in. I keep trying. It's just no pull. Look, it's still pushing. I cannot get in. Killing me right now. I'm just not getting no pullback. It's too strong right now. It's too strong. I can't grab it. Freak, man. And then you already got VIX turning down. It's starting to turn on it, so that means now SPY it's basically transitioning. So you already know, if you see VIX falling, that's gonna cause a reversal on SPY. So we do have room to fall back down to the open, possibly all the way back down towards the 200-day moving average on VIX. So that's gonna possibly put us back down towards 20.50, down to $20 itself when you'll be coming back down this way. So like a big green or red move as you're doing a red to green move on SPY. God dang it, man! I just they won't grab it, man. I'm anticipating this 270, but I can't. It's not giving me no grace right now. Like I said, all you're gonna do possibly on SPY is gonna fill up a gap fill. as VIX keeps falling. They're making it so difficult for me to do this right now. Because I know it still got some more room. Because you're going to have like $1 to go. Because, I mean, that's going to be the first level. I'm not saying we can't go all the way back up. But you're going to have some levels that we're going to need to take out first. Or get back above first. So, one being this level here is going to be around 84. And you already know 84, 86 is going to be some psychological levels. Because you already know. We talked about this since last week. You already know. Because you're back underneath 86. You're already back underneath 84. So, you already know on a psychological basis. Once you run up to 84, you already know 9 times out of 10 you're going to have sellers sitting where? 84. And you're already going to have like damn near 3 sources of resistance right above your head. The 50, the VWAP, and 84 itself. So you're going to have like a strong little brick wall right there. You got room to run up to it. But just be careful as you run up to it, towards this level. Don't be chasing right at 84. You have room to run up to 84, but don't chase at 84 trying to buy in at 84 because you don't know if it's going to break or not. So don't put yourself in the line of fire like that. Don't do that. Man, Apple just not cutting me no type of slack. Nuns. See right here, that's why I say we need to get a little breakout. So you're already above 82. You're already above 82. So that's not bad for a little possible bounce that could be coming up soon. A little pullback bounce. You're already above all indicators. So nothing's wrong with a little bit of pullback. Nothing's wrong with that. As long as you maintain this 82 floor, nothing's wrong with that. Oh, now Apple wants to pull back. Both get on my nerves. I'm trying to figure out. Let me see. Can I get in? Nope. Still ain't even take my orders, bro. This is bullshit. It's driving me nuts. She's driving me nuts. I was trying to even catch one. I was even trying to catch one with SPY, but I didn't get the pullback all the way back down. It was a slight little pullback. Look like Apple finally trying to get a little pullback real quick. I want to see some red candles down real quick. I want to see sellers get trapped and reverse on them. That's what I want to see. I want to see can we get this nice little pullback, possible little bad trap, and then reverse. SPY, you still got buy, you still pushing. I mean, guys, like I said, look at this little gap fill from these indicators up towards here. It's pulling it up like a magnet. So like I told you guys, be on lookout for that. Be on lookout for the possible little gap fill coming towards the upside, up towards 84. But if y'all caught this short this morning, man, shout out to y'all on that one. Shout out to y'all on that one. So, guys, what are you guys looking at this moment? What are you guys looking at? Like, what stocks are you guys looking at? Are you trying to go long? Are you trying to go short? Are you looking at Apple? Are you looking at NVIDIA? Are you looking at SPY, IWM? What are you guys looking at this moment? What are you guys looking at? Is my chat box working? I want to make sure y'all, we good? Let me just double test. Let me put test. Just to make sure I can, I am sure. Yeah, so I can see it. Yeah, so guys, hit me up. Like, what y'all looking at? What y'all looking at this moment? What you guys' eyes are laser focused on right now? Right now, we are pushing up to 84, 83. As I told y'all, watch that 83. Next key level up is 83.50. From 83.50 up to 84, we will get this continuation push towards that VWAP. I was trying to get this damn. I couldn't get no breaks on these pullbacks. It just kept pushing. I'm just trying to find these little window of opportunities for little pullback bounces. Look like Apple may get one. See, damn. There go SPY. God dang it. Oh, man. I was trying to go for these little pullbacks quick as I could. Alright, so there go that level we just talked about with SPY. Got above 83. Next level up is 83.50. Then from 83.50 up to 84, that should push you right up towards that VWAP, guys. So look for that next level, 84. So 83.50 up to 84. You still got this nice little transition. Still got VIX pulling. So you do have room to push your way up to 84. I was trying to do this quick scout, man, but god dog. It's like Apple didn't have no pullback chill. Even SPY didn't have a pullback chill. I didn't want to chase. I was trying to catch some little windows of opportunity for pullbacks real quick. Like they just steady pushing. Because y'all know me, I do not like to chase. I like to look for some good pullback entries. I mean, look at this. No pullback in sight. No pullback in sight. It's still looking good, but I can't get in on the pullback real quick. I was trying to hurry and set up a quick scalp. Let me see, can we create one real quick? I'm looking at both of them. Looking at Apple and I'm looking at SPY. Before they go, continue on up towards the upside. I was trying to see, can we get a nice little bear trap pullback bounce, but look like it's pulling it up like a magnet right now. It may run up first and then pull back. May run up first then pull back. Yeah, because it's pulling it up like a magnet. Like I told you guys, next key level. Once you broke above 83, look for 83.50. From 83.50, from that level, look up to 84. Because that's gonna put you right up towards that VWAP. So just keep that on watch. So far, if y'all got in at 82, you're still looking good. You got in at 82. God dang it, Apple. Come on, man. I'm trying to be patient, man, because I don't want to chase. I'm just not getting no pullbacks right now. This thing trying to make me, I swear it's trying to put me in the position of chasing it. Swear this thing making me want to chase it, man. I don't want to chase I just want a decent pullback real quick, man. And SPY, like I told you guys, look for 83.50. Look for 83.50, and then from 83.50 for that possible area of 84. That should be your area. I'm gonna go ahead and put an alert to see, can we get that 84 touch. My grandmother want me to go do some more properties, guys, so I do apologize, man. I do apologize. Now you see. Alright. So nice little rebound. I ain't gonna lie. Nice little rebound. But keep in mind, still need the VWAP. Still need the VWAP with room to run up to 84. So that's gonna be a little brick wall within itself. 84 is gonna be a little brick wall. So keep that in mind. Between 83.50 up to 84. Yes, you may have some sellers sitting and waiting right around this area. So until we can break back above 84, then you already know what's going to be the next key level. It's going to be 86. So you already know. You already know right now, 84 is going to be the brick wall until we get that breakout. So y'all know the game plan. Y'all know what the game plan is. Look at this, man. None of them giving me no pullback chill at this moment. I like the setup. I love the setup on Apple. I'm waiting on this bad boy. Still got VIX turning, still looking decent as far as falling back down, which should be giving that nice little boost on SPY. Like I said, the areas I can see VIX falling down to is going to be 20.50 down to $20 itself. So basically back down towards the open first, and then from the open all the way down towards that towards the 200-day moving average. Yeah, Apple just not giving me no damn chill on this pullback, man. They just still holding. I love it. I love what they doing, but I want to get in. I want to get in. I was already waiting for the breakout above the high, and I was anticipating a pullback down to the high where we can get a little pullback bounce and then continue on up towards 270. But this bad boy is just going beast mode right now. It's just not having no chill right now. It's just not stopping. Like, god dang, man. I love this setup, man. What we got left on this candle at about 30 seconds. So it looks like we're going to be closing on top of 69. So they're going to try to hold 69. I want to see a nice little bear trap. I want to see a nice little pullback, a trap, and then slingshot. That's really what I want. I want that. I want that slingshot. I want that bear trap set up. Got 5 seconds till this candle close out. Look like we maybe close right on top of 69. Let's see. Little gap up. Yep, little gap up. Now what I want to see is a nice little fake out. before the push back to the upside. I want to see a nice fake. And be careful, guys. Like I said, keep in mind you got that 50 SMA right above your head, including the VWAP. So you're going to have some strong resistance sitting around this little area until we break out. So we could be seeing some sellers sitting around 84, 83.50 on SPY. So just be careful chasing towards the tops. Come on, Apple. Come on, man. I want to get in this. I want to get in. Come on, give me some pullbacks real quick, please. Cause I know where buyers are trying to go. I know you're trying to go to that 70. Just give me a 160 little pullback, man. There we go. Could we start seeing a little quick pullback? Can we, please? Underneath 69 real quick, back down this way. Give me a little pullback, man, cause I don't want to chase you. You know I don't like chasing. And then for my traders on SPY, like I said, I'm gonna put an alert. One for 83.50 up to 84. So I'm gonna put up 2 alerts. So those are the levels that's gonna be your next key levels that we going up to. So I'm gonna put alert number 1. Oh, do I got 2 of them already? Okay, cool. I got both alerts. So 83.50 up to 84. So that'll be for your SPY. Alright, so that'll be your first area here, guys. If you are long, if you got in at 82. Look at that 83.50. And again, keep in mind, look where your 50 SMA is at. So you may have a little bit of interruption right here, but you do have room to run up to it. All right, here we go with Apple. Now we pulling back. That's what I was waiting on. Because, y'all, I do not chase. I don't chase. Give me some more. Come on. A little bit more. A little bit more. Because I want to take advantage of these areas back down this way. I want to take advantage of these possible buying opportunities where buyers could be sitting at. All right, here you go, guys. There you go for SPY. Let's see, can we hit it? Let's see if my alert gonna hit. About 10 cents off from it. Should be hitting it. Right. There you go, guys. Okay, we can get above that 83.50. Next level up is 84. Next level up is 84. That'll put you up towards the VWAP. Yep, there you go. And I told you guys, it was gonna create a gap fill. Didn't I not tell you guys this? Possible gap fill. From these indicators, the 9 and the 20. Right up towards the 50 in that VWAP. It's going to put it up like a magnet. There y'all go. So shout out to y'all if y'all caught it. The little gap fill. But like I said, just be mindful of 84. Might have a little bit of resistance right at 84. Now if the buyers can break that bad boy, then it's going to go for that 200-day moving average, which is going to be around 85. From 85 up to 86. So the areas that I do see that VIX can fall down to is going to be $20.50. And then from there down to that 200-day moving average down to $20 itself. So look like we're still pushing up. Still got room to push up to that VWAP. That's going to be 84 next. As long as you stay on top of 83.50, next level up is 84. That's your next level up, 84. So shout out to my longs who got in from 82s up to 83.50. From 83.50, let's see, can we now push up to 84? That'll be your next one on up. Be your next one on up right here. Be your next one on up. Let's see, can we get it? About 30 cents away, guys. 30 cents away. Yep, there go your gap fill. I mean, that was success. Pulled it up like a magnet. We just talked about it. Pulled it up to it just like a magnet. Come on, Apple, man. Y'all playing with me too much, man. Apple playing too much. All right. So watch your VWAP level. Watch your VWAP. Excuse me. Still got room to still push. Still got room. They still trying to push. They still trying to push because you still got room for VIX to fall back down towards that 2050. Still got room, but about 10 cents almost down. Almost damn near 10 cents away. 10 cents away. So that should cause SPY to push towards that VWAP. There you go. Should cause it to push. Oh man, this little weak pullback right here. Just get my nerves. What y'all guys? Y'all think I should snake skin Randy? What y'all think? I'm talking about for Apple. Y'all think y'all think I should just snake skin Randy? Just because it's so tempting, man. It's like, man, I know the 69 is holding. It's like I'm just trying to figure out if it's gonna hold and go for this continuation push. Like I don't want to miss this next move, but man, I just wouldn't mind a nice little pullback and then a bounce. I want to see a green or red back down and then a red to green. This is what I want to see. I'm gonna tell you what I want to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see a rejection real quick back down underneath that 69, like back down like somewhere in this little level here, and then try to go for that move back up. That's what I want to see. Because we did break above these high levels that we could possibly now use for, you know, support for the move back to the upside. That's why I want to see a quick little yank back down. Look like we may get it. And like I said, SPY guys, watch for that next possible leg up towards 84. Let's see, can we get that VWAP touch? Let's see, can we get this quick little VWAP touch? Oh, there we go. There goes SPY. I mean, there go Apple starting to pull. That's what I was anticipating because I didn't want to chase these tops. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now can I get my pullbacks? So I'm saying, guys, that's why you got to let patience come in place, man. So you never put yourself in a position you shouldn't be in. Because this is going to be a little tough area to jump in because, I mean, it's going to be a 50-50 because, you know what I mean, it could hold and push or we could get rejected and pull back down. It is a 50-50 level right here. It's 50-50. Right here just irking my nerves because it's like I want to jump into it, but I want more of a safer entry. Because, I mean, 69 could pull back, but, oh, man, it's killing me with this. And it's still holding, man. God dog it, man. They just would not give me my pullback. But they go, I mean, for my, like I said, for my longs on SPY, I mean, you're still holding. You're only 30 cents away from testing around that 84 level. I'm just trying to see, can we get it? Because, I mean, right now, VIX is still pulling. Get in. Wait, what you say? What you said, Chubb? He said, get in there. You know you want to. Don't do that, Chubb. Don't do it. You see, you're supposed to be on my side, Chubb. Don't do that. You're supposed to be on my side. Don't do that. Because right here is 50-50. Nah, I know you're playing. Because right here is just so 50-50, Chubb. Because this area could hold. It could hold and continue on up, or we could get a pullback. And if we could get, we can't get a pullback, my entries, I want my entries down here. You know, these old high areas that we broke above. Like I want like better entries, but god dang it, it's still holding. Ah man, it's just not. I want to go long, but I just want my pullbacks real quick. God dang it, man. God, like I said, I mean, SPY, I mean, you still got room to hit up there towards that VWAP, towards 84, about 20 cents away from it now. As I told you guys, VIX still has room to pull back down to $20.50, back down to that open. So it pulls down to that open, continues to keep pulling down to the open. We should be hitting that VWAP. Well, we should be hitting 684. Should be hitting it right in about a couple of seconds. Y'all should be getting y'all 84 touch. Should be coming up momentarily, guys. 84 should be hitting. Now the question is, are we going to see a possible bounce off of the open on VIX while we get a possible rejection on SPY? So I wonder if the open is going to be equivalent to SPY's tops. So I wonder if we're going to see a reversal on VIX, which is going to equal to a possible reversal on SPY underneath 84. So that's why I want to see what's going to happen. And god dang it, Apple, man. Just won't give me no chill. This thing, I swear, got me about to chase it, man. I might just say bump it. I mean, it is bullish. It is holding. What we got left on this candle? About 20 seconds. I mean, we still got a bullish candle. I mean, I might just. Why do I have a feeling if I do it's gonna do the opposite? I might just do it. I might just give it because I know this is. Don't do this, guys. What I'm probably about to do, don't do it. Yeah, I know. I mean, but the thing about it, Chubb is still holding. It's still bullish. It looked like it's still, still climbing. That's the thing. I mean, I was anticipating some, little pullbacks, but let's see, man. Because I want to pull back and then like a slingshot back up. See right here what I told you guys. Watch that open. Again, this reversal might be a reversal on SPY. 84. See that? See what I told you guys? Be mindful of that. That open might be a nice reversal on VIX, which may be equivalent to a nice reversal on SPY. Right underneath that VWAP. Come on, Apple, man. It's like the dang buyers are so strong. It's like they won't even allow the pullbacks to occur. Because, I mean, right here would be a good, decent area. Because that would put you around the 20 EMA. Kind of get some buyers to be stepping in. Because they may be having some buyers this way. God dang it. You know what, Chubb? I'm going to be patient. And you're right. I'm going to listen to my intuition. Because I still think we do have room to pull back down. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to let the market, settle out. Just like I told you guys, don't chase 84 on the long side. I just told you guys this because you're going to have that VWAP that's right above your head. Don't chase. I told you right here to be on lookout. I said you had room to run up to it. And like I told you, didn't know if you was going to break out on it. Do not go for no longs chasing right here because you don't know if they're going to break out. Because sellers may be sitting here trying to reverse it now back down. So just be careful on that. Not until you break back above 84. Then we can utilize that for support to go from 84 now to 86. But right here, this could be in a range of 84 back down to 82s. So just don't get caught chasing the wrong side of this thing. Because now could be slowly reversing underneath 84 back down this way. Come on, Apple. Come on, man. I know you want to put. What time it is right now? 1 o'clock? 1:30? I want to see, can we get a little bit of, some little shorts coming in and try to yank it real quick. That's what I want. I want it back because you already know me, Chubb. Especially off that VWAP where you have room to fall back down to the VWAP. I feel like if I get up here, I'm chasing. I feel like if I try to get on the long, you're going to have room to fall back down to these levels. Then I'm going to be with the woulda, shoulda, coulda face. Like, I should have waited. I should have waited for the best opportunities and the entries. So I'm gonna see. I'm still leaning on the long side for Apple. Matter of fact, let's do a little bit of research on it real quick to see on how high we can push up to. Let me go to Apple real quick. Let me see Apple, because I want to see the setups to see on how we could be setting up for the rest of the week. Where are you at, Apple? Here you go. How we looking? See, Apple still look good. Still got a bullish setup. I mean, even on a 15-minute time frame. I mean, look at this. You got room to still push your way up towards 70s to 72.50. So this bad boy, I mean, then you done crossed above that 200-day moving average. So that's why I want a little pullback where I can buy in low and possibly hold it for that next move up towards the upside. So that's really what I want. I want a nice little pullback, buy to some low areas, anticipating for that nice continuation move towards the upside. That's what I want. Because, I mean, this bad boy is going from a downtrend now to an uptrend, from bearish to bullish now. Let me confirm it even more. Because I still like Apple. I still like Apple setup. I still think it's a lot of room to run to the upside on this bad boy. 1 hour time frame. There we go. That's what I want. All right, let me see how you're looking on the 1 hour too. See, even on the 1 hour still looks good. It's a little bit overbought. Still got room to push though. I mean, look at this. Beautiful setup. Bull flag pattern. Gonna have a little bit of resistance coming up right around 72s. Yep, right around that 72. But that 72 acted as support and resistance. So you do have room to go up towards 70 to 72. Boy, this is putting me in an awkward position right now because I know the potential it has. I know the potential that Apple has. So between 70 to 72, but I just want a nice pullback and a push because I just don't want to chase these tops. Man. Because I know it has room to push up to 270. I know it does. God's making this difficult for me right now. Look at this. Because it looked like it wants to slowly top out, like right here, like it's slowing down a little bit. Where's that area going to be in it still? Let me see. What is that? 50? 69.50? 69.50? Let me see. Let me see, can we stay underneath 69.50? Because I want a nice little pullback somewhere. I'm trying to figure out where we can see a little quick turnaround. I'm going to try to utilize that one real quick. 69.50. Let me see if they can hold up as a resistance real quick. Appleton. No, and I know. No, boss. I know where it's going. I know where it's going. What I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to chase. I'm trying to wait for a pullback bounce. But it won't give it to me right now, Primo. It's like I'm waiting on some good pullback bounces. You know, trying to utilize these old key areas here back down this way. When we get a nice red to green move. Where we can trap some sellers. Like, get a nice little pullback down this way. Trap them sellers and reverse. Before we start to hit that 70, 72. Because I know the potential to it. I see the room it has to run up to it. I just want a nice pullback because I don't want to buy these highs and this bad boy pulls back. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. Me and Chubb just talking about it, boss. I'm being, I gotta be patient. See, that's you the second person that said that. I'm gonna be patient because that's just the market guards speaking to y'all. He using y'all as an instrument to speak to me. So I gotta take that into consideration because that's the number 2 that just said wait. Wait it out. Wait it out. Wait for a little rejection when we start getting stuffed and wait for a pullback opportunity. I'm going to be patient, boss. Just like I told you guys, watch this 84 on SPY. Watch this 84 on SPY. Now, if we can break above 84, then we're going to be in a range of 84, 86. Because you already know what area that took us out last week on Friday, 86. So you know 9 times out of 10, you may have sellers sitting around 86. Once you get that break above 84, you may have buyers sitting right around this level. But I do like them. I do like the setup. I do like how the buyers are starting to step in. You're starting to get a nice transition from sellers to buyers. You're starting to go red to green. We just got to take out or get back above 84. Once you get back above 84, yes, you will have room to run up to 86. But right now, the only thing that's going to be in your way right now is 84 and that VWAP, where they're kind of coinciding with each other. So that's going to create a little bit of a strong ceiling. So we may see what may be coming up soon. We may be seeing a green or red. Because you notice how you got consecutive green candles. And what I told you guys about this. Anytime you see consecutive green candles, they go into a targeted area. Once that target area is complete, then the opposite will step in for their targeted area. So we may see a possible green to red move from 84s, possibly back down to the, 82s. Possibility. Well, we could start to shift now. Because you see how you had all buyers, all consecutive green candles. Now you may possibly see all consecutive red candles. Go quickly from buyers to sellers real quick. Because buyers are ready to fulfill their targeted area. Now sellers are stepping in. So be mindful of that. Be mindful. Like I said, only until we break above 84, then we can focus on running our way up towards 86 where we can get that continuation push. But again, not until you get above 84, 684. So that's going to be a brick wall at this time. VWAP, pre-market lows, all of that can be, they can use that to the best of their abilities. And I'm talking about shorts. So just be careful on that. Oh, here we go, Primo. Here we go, Chubb. Now we're getting it. Now we start to get that. Here we go, getting the weakness. There we go. There it is. Had to listen to my guys, man. Had to listen to my goats. Be patient. Don't chase. See what I was doing? I ain't gonna lie, guys. I was antsy. Boy, I'll say it. That's why I had to mark this level off because I started. And now the reason why is not that I'm a Mr. Know-It-All. Now the reason why I marked it off early because I kind of started to see it stall out a little bit. So I kind of started to see. I was like, okay, where's the nearest price point where it's having trouble trying to get above, which is 69.50. So that's why I marked it. So all right, cool. I got my little top as of now. And then I got these little potential bottoms as we come back down this way. So I just want to see the rotation back down this way. So I'm going to try to utilize and watch these high days that we did break out of, including the VWAP, of course. And I told you what guys with SPY, don't chase. Don't go long chasing at 84 until you break it. Because now you may have sellers sitting right here trying to reverse it. So what's the level there? We already took out 83.50. So you already know 83.50 down to what? 83 down to what? 82.50. 82.50 down to what? 82 itself. So all you're doing is going $2 up, possibly $2 down. So that's all you possibly doing. Keep it on watch. I still think we got a little bit of room to still pull back. Still gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient. I ain't gonna rush. I ain't gonna rush the process. I'm gonna be as patient as I can, guys. I'm gonna be patient. So now I want to see us crack 69, back down towards the 68-ish levels. I want to see a nice little turnaround real quick, because I don't want to chase no top. So as of now, if we do get a bounce on up, we already know where resistance is going to be, or what level we need to take out, 69.50. So at least we know what a temporary top is as of now on Apple, area that we can't break at this time, which is where 69.50. So that's been confirmed, because we have not broken. Now we may be having sellers stepping in finally. Now coming in to go for that possible reversal. Same thing with SPY. Same exact thing. Patience, man. Patience. Yeah, they was messing with me. They was definitely driving me crazy, because this thing just kept going up. I was like, it's like, patience, man. Don't let it get to you. Be patient. Like Chubb was saying, gotta trust my instincts. Now, as we pull back on down, now I have to take these areas into considerations. What were some more breakout areas? Where were areas, where buyers came in at? What is a good area as we pull back down toward the downside, where I can take, use that, for my benefit. I mean, of course, the VWAP, of course. I mean, that's going to be one of them. But as we pull back down this way, could we start to use, these key areas for buying opportunities? So let me see if we can get this fulfilled from these highs right where the VWAP is. Almost like in this little, it's somewhere in this little area where we could have like a little demand zone. I'm outside. Yeah, I got you, Primo. Check. Yeah, I'll check it right now, boss. I'll check it right now. PayPal, because I know you were talking about that in Discord, so I did see that, and you did bring that up. Let me see what PayPal is doing real quick. PayPal, that's PYPL, right? PYPL, I'm not mistaken. Yeah, PYPL. All right now PayPal look like we have a bull flag pattern. Well, we're getting stuff that what areas we need to break above that bad boy. Now 45 for sure. We need to get above 45. We do have a bull flag pattern set up on this though. Bull flag pattern is damn, that was a good buying opportunity on that. I mean, it went from being damn near overbought to now oversold. Had a nice move on that. I said oversold to overbought. I'm sorry. Sold to overbought. Have a nice bull flag pattern. What do we need to break above? What is this level here? Right around 44.70 up to 45. Once we get above these key levels, what is going to be next? I like the setup on it though. PayPal has a nice setup. Has a nice bull flag pattern on it. Where did we fall from? All the way up towards 54, 53. Had that nice little drop down. So they could be, they could be slowly trying to fill this gap back. I mean, not gap, but trying to take back their losses. It's now creating a big old massive red to green move. So that means we need to get back above 45 for that possible push up to, what these highs was at? 45.70. Because I mean, it's bullish. I mean, definitely bullish. Hey Primo, what's your targeted price that you're looking at, boss? I mean, because it is. I mean, it did transition. I'm trying to see how we moving on this bad boy. How we moving increment wise. So I'm just trying to figure out how it's moving. So does it goes by $2 increments? 44 is up to 46. With the mid area of 45. Let me see if this. Because I mean, right now 44 is holding. That's an even number. And then we haven't yet to get above 46. And we got a mid area of 45. Like right in this little key area. You do have a bull flag pattern. So if they can hold 44, maneuver their way back up to 45, up towards 46. Yeah. So yeah, Primo, what is your targeted price on PayPal? What is the targeted price on that one? I mean, at this time, I know 44 is holding at this moment. Highs, I think we came as high. Hey, we ran up as high as 45.70. Yep, 45.69. If you round it off, 45.70. That was today's high of day. So around 45. I rounded to 45.70. That's what your high of day is as of now. Today's high of day. The news not clear yet. If it breaks down 44, okay, yeah, because that's exactly what they're trying to hold. 44. Yep, and I do see it. Yep, so from 44, yep, you have room to come all the way back down to this high from when was that? Friday. Friday's high was around what, 42. So yeah, we cracked 44. Yeah, we do have room to fall back down to Friday's high days. That's gonna be around like the 42.80 ish. So I see what he's doing. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna put an alert at 44. So I know he's anticipating to see can we crack that one. I'm gonna set an alert 44 for the downside. And I will set an alert for 45 upside in case buyers do step back in. Now the only issue right now, guys, is I mean you are overbought on the 1 hour time frame, so we could be possibly pulling back soon. So I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on that one. Alright, so I got 44. Well, we could get a little pullback incoming. Because that bad boy is overbought right now. Definitely overbought at this moment. So 44 is going to be his area. He's going to be waiting on. And it does look a little weak. Yep, because if we do crack 44, you do have room to fall all the way back down to that 90 MA. And that's going to bring you around 43 to 42.78. Yeah. So yeah, the main thing that crack 44. So I got my alert set primo. So that my alert go off. That's letting us know that we definitely gonna be cracking that 44. SPY. What I told you guys. Look for that transition from consecutive green candles now to possible consecutive red candles. Like I told you, $2 up, $2 back on down. Because now you're going on a reversal. Because I told you, 83 is gonna be a strong brick wall. As I told you guys this, 84 is going to be a strong brick wall. Right at the VWAP, right back on down. Nice reversal back to the downside. Apple finally starting to get a little pullback. That's what I've been anticipating. I was anticipating this crap. Now I just have to figure out where's that strong demand zone going to be. That's what I have to figure out. As we do pull back on down that I can utilize for bounces. So I just got to figure this out real quick. There's going to be some good areas of strong support. I'm just trying to figure this out real quick. So like I said, PayPal Primo is anticipating a 44 crack. So I do got my alert set on that one. Apple, as we do pull back down. I mean, even Apple is overbought. There'll be some good key areas on this bad boy. Let's see what I can utilize for pullback bouncing opportunities. I see 266. 266. I want to say it's going to be around, if we do get a strong pullback, like 266, 264, something like that. It's going to be something to that nation. I'm just trying to figure this out, guys. Where's going to be a good bounce as we do pull back? Because, I mean, like I said, to me, Apple still has a lot of space and opportunity to push. I'm just trying to figure out where these, demand zone is going to be after we do pull back, where buyers can step back, back in and go for a push. The only areas I really see is 66, 64 that buyers can possibly use to try to push it back up after this pullback occur. Because I'm not buying up here. Hell to the no. Not happening. That's why I'm waiting on pullbacks. So I'm just trying to utilize these old areas from last week that acted as resistance at one point that can act as support. I see this area right around 63.74. I see the strong area here that can act as resistance, can act as support right across the board right here. Now that we broke above it and we get a strong pullback, they could utilize the same key area right here. So 263.74 to 264. Like right in this little area. It's gonna be somewhere in that bracket, so I have to wait on this pullback to occur. Have a nice strong bounce. So I'm gonna keep it on watch, guys. So it's gonna be around like 66, 64, something like that. Boss, what's up, Sterling? Hope y'all having a blessing, man. Thank you so much for joining me, man. Sterling, I see you, man. One of my ghosts. Let me give him some love, boss. Thank you so much for coming in, man. I did have a blast with you guys when it was Friday. That man, it definitely had a blast, guys. Definitely give Sterling some love, man. One of my go-to traders, man. One of the goats. One of the best to ever do it. Money Mike also in the building, boss. Also got him in too. So let me give y'all some love and thank y'all so much for coming through too, bosses. So let me give y'all some love. Appreciate you guys for coming through. And as usual, guys, JTraedz, thank y'all so much for coming through. Shout out to my mods as well. Appreciate you. Thank y'all for everything, man. Appreciate you. Calls or puts on NVIDIA. Let me take a look at NVIDIA real quick, Money Mike. Let's see, boss. Let's take a look at it. NVIDIA. Apple, I'm just still waiting on this pullback to occur because I'm not chasing these tops. Yeah, boss, man, I learned a lot, man, and I just called out a play today not too long ago on the spot, just not too long ago. After we held these bottoms down here, boss, I told everybody to be on lookout for 82. Because the way that SPY likes to normally move is it likes to normally move on a normal basis about $2 increments and by even numbers. So I told him, I said, look for the possible re-breaking test of 82. I said, buyers can hold 82. You do have room to go from 82 up to 84. Kind of creating somewhat of an indicator gap squeeze, gap fill, where you'll go from the 9 MA, the 20 MA, room to go up towards the 50 to that VWAP, kind of yanks it up like a magnet. So I told them to be on lookout as long as 82 holds. Look for the possible move from 82 to 84, $2 up. Now that we already hit 84, I told them to be on lookout for sellers to now step in for the possible rotation back down. Because you remember we were talking about that in the voice call, the voice chat Friday. We're talking about rotations, and right here is a prime example of a rotation when you go from buyers to sellers. To all we did was go to a psychological level, 84, and then 84, your sellers came in for the pull right back down. So told them to be on lookout for that. Make your money up, take profits around 83.50 up to 84. Be on lookout for a possible transition, and there you go, man. Yeah, no problem at all, man. No problem at all, Primo. And I already have my alerts set on PayPal. We do crack, so my alerts should go off, and we do start to crack underneath that 44. So I do have it set. I do have it set already. I'm just still keep my eyes peeled on Apple because I know Apple still got a lot of room to go. Let me double check to see where we at on PayPal real quick. PayPal. Let's see where we at right now still. 44.27 by 20 cents. So what we want to see is that so we definitely want to see that this candle fall back underneath this candle close, where we can turn this candle, flip this candle to red. So this candle close was what? 44.14. So we want to start to slowly fall back underneath 44.14, where we can get this candle's top to fall all the way back down to this candle close, because we want to try to go for another red candle, because I definitely want to see some more downside. Crazy, I had resistance at 89.90 and missed all of that. What on SPY? 89.90. Yeah, because this was pretty much a double bottom right here, Sterling. Look right here, boss. Double bottom. You created a double bottom right here. So even if I make a duplicate copy, all those buyers did was right here. All they did was just play off of the same price point. So that was around like 80.50 ish, somewhere around this bracket, like 80.50. Yeah, they played the 80.50 level. Came down to 80.50, bounce, 80.50, bounce, then got back above 82, ran his way up to 84. And as I told them, look for the possible reversal, because once you hit 84, they're going to try to reverse it right back down to 82. So, you see what I mean? Look at the rotation. Boom, boom. Called it. Right towards those tops, reverse. There it is. Beautiful reverse. Beautiful reverse. Nice green to red. Buyers to sellers. Easy. Easy reversal. And I told you guys, $2 up, $2 down. 84 to 82. There you go. And still looking a little bearish. Still looking a little bearish. So you already know, guys, I told you, 84 is going to be a psychological level. 84 is going to be a psychological level. So I did tell you guys, be on lookout for possible resistance and possible sellers sitting right here at 84 for that pull right back on down. And sure enough, we got it. So what we need to, if you are on the short side, what do you want to crack next? 82.50. That's going to be your next level that you need to crack is 82.50. From 82.50 down to 82s. That's going to be your next level to crack. Right now, we're 84. I'm 82.51. There we go. Boom. 82.50. There you go. That'll be your next leg on down. 50 cent drop to where? 82. This is the possible targeted level that we're trying to go down to on the short side. Where to take profits is going to be possibly right there at 82. Oops. My bad, guys. 82. So there go your $2 down. Bam. So let's see. For my shorts, 84s down to 82. So there go your $2 drop. So let's see. Here we go. And look at this. Look at this beautiful setup, guys. Look at this. Green or red. Buys the sellers. Look at this. This is the type of plays you want to execute on, guys. When you see something like this, if you miss the front end of the move, catch the back end of the move. As I told you guys before, when you see a consecutive candles like this in a row, they're going to a targeted area. Once that targeted area is complete, then it reverses. Because now the opposite is going for their targeted area. And what are they going down for? Down towards 82. So let's see if my alert is about to hit. We're about 10 cents away, 8 cents away. Watch your 82s. So push, let's see, can we get your numbers, guys? Let's see, can we get that 82 all the way? 82 whole number, 10 cents, 15 cents, come on. Can we get that 82 on down? Want my alert. Here we go, guys. Here we go, here we go. Give me my push, they 82s. Give my push, they 82s. Come on, come on. I want my alert to go off. I want my alert to hit. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Come on, come on. Let's go, let's go. You're not too far from it. All right, here we go. Sellers are coming in aggressive, guys. We're about to hit it in a few seconds. Come on, come on. We need to crack that 82 on down. We're about right there. It's right on top of my alert. Right on top of it. Right on top of it. But as we do crack, guys, now keep 82 in mind. Keep 82 level in mind too. Now, if like I said, if those sellers overpower that, we want to pull back down to those lows. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, man. It's like it keep teasing around my alert. It's like literally right on top of it. I'm trying to help my puts out, man. I'm trying to get it to y'all. I'm trying to help y'all hit it. But like I said, notice this beautiful play, guys. Look, when you're not getting caught in all the choppiness, notice the aggression up, and then notice the aggression down. All by just being patient, waiting on volatility to step in. And look at all the key signs that's right in front of you. You got double bottoms, right? You got volatility stepping in. You got consecutive green candles up. Again, if you miss that move up, wait for that psychological level where it's pushing up to. Like I told you guys, when you see consecutive candles in a row, they're going towards a targeted area. 82, y'all welcome. Told you. $2 up, $2 down. 82, 84, 84, back down to 82. Beautiful play. Bam, 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 bam. Beautiful play. There y'all go. Red to green, green to red, done. That's it. See, that's how you catch your plays. That's how you understand your patterns. And all we did was just take psychological levels, guys. Because as we pushed on up, where did I tell you that possible psychological level was going to be? 84. Didn't I not? Y'all my witnesses. Did I not say, once we get above 82, where were they going to? I said it was going to pull up to that VWAP like a magnet. And what was the price point around it? 84. And what did I tell you guys once we hit around 84? Don't chase. Did I not tell you guys this? I said, do not go on longs at 84 because 9 times out of 10, you was going to have what? Sellers sitting right here. And what happened? Sellers came in and reversed it. 84 back down to what price point? 82. Look how easy that was. Look how simple that was. And same thing with Apple. I told you I wasn't going to chase. I was waiting on pullback opportunities. And boom, there you go again. All about patience. All about understanding these setups, man. That's it. Respect the levels. I told you guys, the market is 90% psychology, 10% strategy. Psychologically, I knew the price point where SPY was going. 84. Psychologically, I knew where the sellers was going to come in and attack. 84. Psychologically, I knew where the sellers were going to pull back down to. 82. It's once you start to understand the psychology behind it, guys, and keep in mind, every stock, ETF, or whatever you're looking at, every stock, every single one that moves always they have a personality. All of them have personality. Now, what I mean by personality, they move differently. Some may have $2 increment movements. Some may have $5 increment movements. They all have different personalities. Once you start to understand on how they move, take those psychological levels and play them to the best of your ability. Because right here, what did I tell you guys? For even if you miss these bottoms, what was the next area or your next possible entry you could have went in on a loan? What was the area we talked about? 82, right? We got above 82. I said, as long as 82 holds, what's that next? I said, what was going to be that level they was going to push up to? 84. That gave you right there a $2 profit. For my shorts, you ran up to 84, held down 84. I said from 84, what's going to be the level that seller's going to try to go down to? 82. There go your $2 profit. Look how simple that was. It's not, guys, it's just psychological levels. So even if you missed all of this movement here, you still had opportunities right here. Double bottoms, psychological levels. I mean, think about it. I mean, look at the setups that's right in front of you guys. Look at the setup that's right in front of you. Understand the range. Tops, bottoms. Easy. Look at the rotations. Bottoms, tops, back down to your bottoms. I mean, look at the range. Look where your sellers are located, and look where your buyers are located. That easy. All you gotta do is take a step back, let the market set itself up, and then you can easily see that. Easily see it. Now the question is, are sellers gonna start to come in aggressive, and we pull back down to these bottoms, or will buyers? I know the way the market is right now, it's gonna be kind of, I doubt it. I was gonna say if buyers can hold 82, what would that create? That will create a higher low. That, because again, your true bottoms is all the way back down towards the 80-50s. Now, if they can maintain or manage to hold 82s, that's creating another low, right? But the higher low, right? That's creating a higher low. Thus, they're trying to create a transition from a downtrend to a possible uptrend. But the way the market is right now, the market is weak. I doubt it. I think they're gonna crack through this 80. I think they're gonna crack through this level here, back down to these possible bottoms. And that's just based on because the way the market is setting up right now. The market is bearish. The market is bearish. I mean, the only main two ones that's holding is Apple and Nvidia. I mean, look at this. Everything else is in the red. The market is bearish. VIX has a 11% right now. And then look at the transition on VIX. Look at this. VIX woke his way back on up, held above the open, transition, got right back at what? $21. So VIX shows strength, which that means now SPY is showing weakness. Because you remember, they do the opposite of one another. If VIX shows strength, SPY is going to show weakness. So that's why I said I doubt it that they're going to hold that. I mean, I think it's going to get a little bit of more selling aggressive. Well, we could crack this and come right back down to testing these bottoms. So watch this 82 to see can buyers hold it. So if they were to go for a transition or a trap, they need to hold this key level here. They need to hold 82. Because you see, every time you come down to these bottoms, you bounce. Come down to these bottoms, you bounce. Come down to these bottoms, you bounce. But the way this is setting up, and again, it's not just based off the chart. I'm looking at everything else, which is telling me the market is still bearish. Because, everything is red. VIX has, again, 10%. Everything still looks a little weak right now on Monday. Still looks a little weak. And then where's the open today? Open is all the way at 687. We are nowhere near the open. We're gonna be pretty much closing in the red on starting the day. And you also have somewhat of almost like a downtrend setup if you think about it. So if you take these tops here down to here, you have a downtrend setup. You have somewhat of a descending wedge. So that still shows that the market is still weak. And look like we could crack this 80. Now, Jay, how low can we go if we do crack this level? The levels I have is, I think the lows are going to be around 77 and 76. That'll be the next set of lows incoming. And all I'm doing, guys, is being patient to see. I'm waiting on Apple to pull back down to the VWAP to see can we utilize these bottoms. All I've been doing is waiting. All right, now as far as SPY, next set of lows. I have them all the way down towards 677, where we had that nice bounce back to the upside. And around that 676, 675, we had a nice bounce back to the upside. See, I see these two specific levels back down this way. So that means once we crack through this 680, I do see room where we could come back down. So, I mean, to me, that wouldn't be a bad setup going to tomorrow and Wednesday. I can see a possible good setup where, and I'm gonna show you. I know I'm kind of speaking a little early in advance, but I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about on what I see. Because you already cracked the trend line. Think about it. You're no longer bullish. Because remember Saturday when we was talking, remember we were in this ascending triangle pattern at first. But we wound up cracking it, going from the bullish side of things now to the bearish side of things. So it's bearish. So now we have to figure out, okay, what's going to be the next psychological levels that we can pull down to. So because we got to think of reality. It's not about what the hell we want. It's what the market is telling us. So what we got to do now from this point, we're going to be the next key level. See, now what I see is a huge, this is what I see. I see a huge range. I see this area still holding up as a resistance, right? The top of this channel. I see rotations that we could possibly go down to the bottoms here. All the way down towards the 75. I mean, think about it. We rotated. Again, look at that whole entire range movement when we first started. We started right here, right? And ran all the way up to where? Close towards that 690. Fell back on down towards where? Around 682. Then you got the 682 bounce all the way up towards where? 690. Then you got rejected right back down towards this little mid area. That means that we crack, you got room to come right back down to where you started at, right here. Think about it. Same thing. I mean, this happened before. Same exact key area. We bounce. We got a nice room to run back up towards what? 690. Then from 690, you ran up almost close towards the 698s up to 699. So just pay close attention to the setup. It's like right there in your face. Pay close attention. Look very close to the psychological levels. If we get this continuation sell-off, because again, we could not break the same exact area. Double top. The buyers or sellers are protecting this key area right here. Right? Now, as we pull back on down and crack this level, what's going to be next? What did we bounce before? 677 down to where? 676, 675. Look at your old bottoms. Where 9 times out of 10 buyers could jump in at. Think about psychological levels. Think about buyers that's looking at the same exact thing that we're looking at. They could be waiting as we pull back down, going into a strong demand zone. So think about it. We know this area is a strong supply zone because we still can't break it. Now you got to think about a strong demand zone, an area that we can't possibly crack. Just think about it. So your buyers are sitting right here, right here, right here, right here. That's going to be your demand zone. I'm going to put D for demand. And we know the sellers are sitting right here, right here. That's your supply zone. So all you do is go from buyers to sellers, to sellers, to buyers, from buyers to sellers. And all we did was find our way right back to this little midpoint area. Now, if buyers can maintain this level, then yeah, we can slowly start to move our way back on up where we can see some buying volatility. Yeah, because we'll be holding this area instead of avoiding having to fall all the way back down. However, if we so happen to crack and if the sellers are stronger than the buyers and we crack this key level, that's going to put us back down here where we could have buyers sitting and waiting down towards the strong demand zone where they can go for the move back to the upside. Now think about it. If buyers do step in at 676, 675, where's going to be the level they're going to, well, before we break through that, where's going to be the first area that they're going to be aiming back up to? Right here. Remember, you turn in support now into resistance, right? See that? So that's going to keep us in this range back and forth until we either successfully crack through or we successfully break back out. So it's that easy. So all we're doing is figuring out how we're going to be setting up. And it does look like we will be cracking this mid area back down into a stronger back into the demand zone. So all we're doing is getting kicked out of the supply zone or the bearish territory down into the bulls territory. That's it. Notice how we was in this range before, right? Buyers stepped in, sellers stepped in. If those sellers crack this level, now you're coming back down to an even lower area, to the bottom portion of that range, which is around 77, 76. So if that continuation sell-off occurs, we'll be coming down here, which could play out for psychological levels again. Because where did your buyers come in at? Right here, right here, right here, right here. So, I mean, think about it. Same thing on the sell side. We got rejected in the same area before. When sellers came in, pulled back on down. Same exact area, sellers came in, pulled right back on down. Same exact area, sellers came in, right back on down. I mean, but think about the psychology behind it, guys. That's just telling you these psychological levels. It's just psychological levels. We know where the strongest resistance is. We know where the strongest support is. All you're doing right now is just falling into like a little mid area that's separating you from this area and separating from this area. Because this little area itself connects support and resistance. That's kind of like a pivot point. So that means when you're above this level, yes, it benefits the buyers where you have room to run back on up to, towards testing the 690s, right? But then when you're underneath it, it can benefit the sellers where you could come from these areas back on down to testing these areas. So you got to take this little area into consideration as a pivot point. So this is like a little make or break zone right up. And what was that area? That was a pre-market. I had this marked off for what? Pre-market high. It was an old pre-market high because I had it listed off. Let me see. What was that? 81.37. I got it right here marked off. So let me see. Let me go back because I had it marked off as a pre-market high. What day was that sitting on? I know we bounced off a pre-market. I mean, intraday. I know we utilized that for bouncing before. But was it an old resistance at one point? Let me stretch it out a little bit. Let me go to the left. All right, let's see. How powerful is that 81.73? I mean, we can see that we bounced off it before, in other sessions. But did we utilize that as a strong resistance at one point? Did we? Oh, I do see this little area right here when we were underneath it acted as a strong resistance. Acted as, you see right here. That's a whole different session. Acted as strong support. All right. What was this? 84. We underneath 84, so we don't even worry about that right now. Do we come in kind of with that price again? I think that may be it for right now. All right, so let's go back to where we at. All right, let's go back to the right now. All right, so look where we at. Now you see how we went back into the past on how buyers utilize that level where they try to utilize to bounce. And what did I just talk about? I said if those buyers can find a way to hold, and y'all heard me say this, if they can find a way to hold, what is that? They'll be creating somewhat of a what? Higher low, because we're not falling our way back down to these bottoms again. So if they can find a way to hold above that 681.73 to 682, instead of falling all the way back down this way, that'll be creating a what? Higher low, where we can start to hold and build our way back on up. Holding 82s, trying to find our way to get back up to 84s. 84s up to 86, 86 back up to 88s, and so forth. So right now, buyers just trying to maintain another floor. They're trying to hold 82. They're trying to stay within a range of 82, 84. Because we know sellers are already at 84. Now buyers are trying to maintain 82. They're trying to stay in the $2 range. If they can manage to do it, we need to break above 84. Because that'll also turn into support. And not only that, that'll get you above the VWAP, where we'll go from bearish to bullish. But you got to keep in mind, as long as you stay underneath that VWAP, that's what? Bearish. Because every time we already done tried to run up and test, then what happened? We got rejected, pull right back on down. So right now, buyers are just trying to gather up. They're trying to find the strength where they can try to reverse, get above that 84, back up towards these areas. Because see, the goal for buyers is trying to create a U shape. They're trying to create some type of build back up to the upside. Basically, they're trying to regain everything that they lost. So this morning, what did they start losing? 90, 88, 86, 84s, 82s, down into the 80s. They're just trying to regain. But we got to keep it on watch to see, can buyers maintain, or will we have still more selling off to go? Because we already know where the true lows is at. It's going to be around 77, 76. So we know where the true lows is at. Now, we're not too far from falling to it, which is all the way back down where? About 76. Yep, back down this way. So if those sellers are happen to crack this level, we got room to fall back down towards the 75, 76 levels. Somewhere in that little bracket. Back down to these lows where we had these bounces. Back down this way. Be about right here. Something like that. So let's go back that way. So if they so happen to create some type of cup and crack, still got a lot of room to still fall that way. So Apple already started to pull back. That's why I didn't chase. Thank God I didn't chase. And shout out to Primo and Chubb for keeping me motivated. so I didn't chase it. But this is what I was anticipating, guys. This is why I didn't want to chase on Apple. See what I mean? Why I didn't want to chase? Once I identified what that top was, now all I'm doing now is just waiting for the setups. That's all I'm doing. All I'm trying to do now is understand the psychological levels where I can look for possible good bouncing opportunities back to the upside. All I'm doing is trying to figure out a range, how to play the rotation. In other words, so I know buyers, we bounced from 64, 65, and then rotated our way all the way back up towards the 67s ish. So if we were to pull back down, I can possibly look for some areas where buyers have stepped in before to rotate their way back up. So if we crack, that means all we're gonna do is fall right back in this old range right here. We're gonna fall back in this range. You tried to break out of this range, and all you're doing look like you're falling right back into the range. Right here between, what is this, 74, no, I'm sorry, 67, 74s down towards the 65 levels. Right in this little range right here. So it looks like we're starting to crack right back in this channel with room to fall possibly all the way back down this way. So we'll see. But you see how I avoided chasing the tops on, because y'all saw how bad I wanted to get into this damn play. But I found that top, avoided chasing, and look what happened. So good thing I listened to my instinct. I've had to figure it out as we were still pushing. Now I'm gonna just wait on the next opportunity. Instead of getting emotional about it, have a better game plan. That's it. Now I just have to re-strategize myself. What's my next opportunity? How can I attack this again? Because I still think Apple still has a lot of bullish momentum to it. I just didn't want to chase. Now I can utilize these areas to the best of my ability. Because once we get these pullback bounces, now I have to figure out where the sellers will be located. Say as we do fall back down and we so happen to bounce back on up, I know we're going to have sellers sitting here. And I know we're going to have sellers sitting as high as 695.50. So the goal is to play the rotation game. Come from these bottoms. Come from these tops. Back down to these bottoms. From these bottoms, reversing back to the tops. So all I'm doing is just trying to see, can I set myself up for the possible, reversal. And see, all we did now, guys, is crack right back in this range. So you can see where the tops already started. And you can see right here where these bottoms started. So right now, all we're doing is turning this back into resistance. The old area that we used to break out, now this is back in the seller's hands. Now it's benefiting the sellers again. Same thing with SPY. SPY still looking a little weak. All we did was rotate from the 684s all the way back down to the 681, 682s. Next level that you're going to have to take out, this is going to be their last line of defense on the buyers, which is going to be around the 680.50s. They take that out, you got room to possibly fall all the way back down to the 687s, down to the 676. I'm sorry, 678 down to the 676. I apologize. All you do is just understand the psychology behind it. Understand the rotation. Just take that into appreciation. Take this into appreciation. So, for example, if we were to crack underneath this and fall back down, right? And buyers do step in and then move back up, what's going to be the first area we're going to hit? Here to here. It's going to be your first area of resistance right here once we get that rotation back up. Just think about all the psychological levels. That's it. What time it is? What time I should be starting? I know it's 2 o'clock. I said I was going to be on with you guys till Power Hour. I'll stay on just a little bit more. I'll stay on a little bit more because I'm going to be heading out about 2 o'clock my time, which is 3 o'clock the market. Because I got to finish doing some yard work, guys, and I should be good to go for tomorrow. So all we're going to do now, and what I am going to do, and Sterling, again, boss, thank you so much for coming through too, man. I definitely appreciate you for coming through too. All we're going to do, guys, is just try to study today's setup going into tomorrow. And another thing that I do too as well is I take off my pre-market and my post-market, which still shows me patterns. Like, for example, this is my 15-minute time frame without the post-market and pre-market. So this is all intraday together. So you already know the vertical lines separates each session. So we know right here from this vertical line to this vertical line, this is the movement from today's movement. So all we did, if y'all notice, Sterling, I don't know if y'all do this too, boss. This is something that I do as well. Like I said, this is my 15-minute time frame, Sterling. And like I said, all I do is just put my intradays together to try to figure out a pattern. That's all I do, guys. Like, this was Friday's setup, going into today's setup. So Friday's tops, which is Friday's problem, became Monday's problem, right? Because you couldn't get above what price point? 689, 690. And if you look at it too, Tuesday problem was Friday's problem. Friday's problem is Monday's problem because that level held up as resistance over and over and over and over again. So all I did was just take all my intradays, put them together to try to put the pieces of the puzzle to figuring out the setup. That's it. That's all I was trying. That's all I do, guys. You just try to figure out the ranges, to understand the rotation, to understand where, levels where sellers come in at, where buyers come in at. So I don't put myself in the wrong side of things. That's it. I know if we crack this level back on down, now I have to look into psychological levels where buyers have stepped in before. So we do crack. We may have buyers, start to step back in right around the 77s to 76. And that's just based off the power and the movement off of these, these levels where buyers came in and went for aggressive pushes, and that's it. And then also you have somewhat of a little inverted cup and handle pattern on this bad boy as well. If you put Friday and Mondays together, it gives off somewhat of a little inverted cup and handle pattern. You can clearly see it. That's what I always do. I always find like a loophole. I always try to figure out something. Because again, if you take Friday's session and today's session, put them together, you have what? An inverted cup and handle pattern. So you already know with that pattern being set, that's going to entice the sellers, going to make them more excited. So you already know they're going to try to go for a crack underneath this 81.37, which you're going to have room to fall back down towards the 80s, 78s, back down to these old low key areas this way. And that's just off of this pattern that's right in front of us. So watch this level to see if those sellers are going to take advantage of it and go for even a harder crack. Which again, nothing is wrong with that for another sell-off going to a certain key area where buyers can step in. Now again, if buyers do step in and protect 82, then we need to see some engulfing counters. We need to see a green engulfing counter where we see a lot of buying strength versus selling strength. Right here, this is more selling strength than buying. Because look at all these red candles, even on a 15-minute time frame. You got a lot more red candles than you got green candles. Look at this. So far, all today, on a 15-minute time frame, you got what? How many green candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Versus all these red candles that came in today. So that's letting you know that you definitely got way more sellers than buyers. I mean, look at today's session. Sellers. Primo, PayPal, 44. My alert went off. Boss, 44. Let's see. So as always, good set alerts too, guys. In case you're looking at 2-minute charts. Bam, 44 upper shadow. There you go, Primo. 44, boss, testing that VWAP. My alert just went off. So we get that successful crack. You do have room to fall back down towards the 43.50s, down to 43s, where that bad boy will start to turn. Ooh. I was going to say somewhat of a little gap fill on down, too, coming back down to this green candle. Almost like a little gap fill. Back down to this candle. I could see a little gap fill, something like that. Once we lose that VWAP, going down to this indicator, possibly down to this indicator. But I do see like a little gap fill on the down this way. Maybe some shorts coming. Some more shorts on that bad boy. So yeah, guys, just keep your eyes peeled on this level right here. It's going to be a little bit of back and forth. Let me tell you right now. Because your buyers are trying to maintain it to stay on top of it. Your sellers are trying to take it out. If they do take it out, all they're going to do is pull them back down to the next lower level, which is going to be around 80.50. But be mindful of this right here. Watch this level. And it does still look a little weak. I'm just going to be honest. The market still looks weak today. Still looks weak. Oh, and before I do leave, what do we need to watch out for tomorrow's economic goals? Let me see. Let me go to the economic calendar real quick. Economic calendar for tomorrow. I don't think it was nothing really major tomorrow. Let me go to it real quick. Tomorrow's setup. All right. Oops. Oh, and the only reason why I got it big like that, guys, because I use that when I'm doing my setups, when I'm posting stuff. So Monday, Tuesday. I mean, you got the consumer confidence at 10 tomorrow. I don't really see anything else. Consumer confidence, that's going to be at 10. And Wednesday, new home sales data, petroleum, 10:30. I'm trying to put things that's going to really stand out. I mean, trading goods. I mean, PMI, that's going to be Friday. Thursday, you're going to have durable goods. Initial jobless claims as always. But tomorrow, like I said, the only thing we're going to really have tomorrow is going to be it's going to be consumer confidence. It's going to be at 10 o'clock. So in other words, we don't have to really worry about too much tomorrow morning as far as datas. Yeah, so I don't see anything really standing out. So in other words, we should be smooth selling tomorrow until 10 as far as economic goes. So we don't have to really worry about interference. We can just focus on the chart setups. If anything does pop up, I will let you guys know. And don't forget, tomorrow I think it should be AMC's earnings, and then followed by Wednesday should be Nvidia's earnings. This bad boy still looking a little weak. Watch that level that we just talked about. They're trying to hold it. Still trying to hold it, but let's see if this is not going to be a bull trap. Because you still got that downtrend right in front of you. Still got a descending wedge right in front of you. So let's just see if this is not going to be a bull trap as they try to push back up, trap those buyers, and then reverse it on them. Because it does look a little weak still. It does look a little weak. Like I said, shorts, you want to crack this level on down towards the 80.50. Apple, I still think it has some room to fall. That's why I didn't want to put myself in a position for chasing. I want to be smart about it. So thank God that I listened to my instinct. I didn't chase. So hey, save that. So still, yeah, we almost to the VWAP though. We almost to the VWAP. So all I'm gonna just, like I said, just study these key areas where buyers could be, stepping in at. But like I said, see why I avoided chasing? As bad as I wanted to do it, I mean, I had to go with my instincts, guys. Cause and the thing about it is, when it does come down to stock trading, you can't let your emotions overpower your better judgment. Cause even though, and thank God, I'm surrounded by great traders, man, who thinks, who's like-minded, who thinks like me, who thinks about the safety of the account, who try to put their reward over risk. Shout out to Chubb and Primo and them, man, saying, Jay, be patient, let the market come to you, don't you chase. I step back. I say, you know what? I'm going to let the market come to me. As bad as I wanted to chase, I had to stop. I had to hit the brakes because I had to think about it. I have a way better entry. Hey, what you traded, Look, what you traded, boss? And as I told you guys, watch this level. As long as those sellers can keep it down, we want to come back down and retest these bottoms. Make sure you just hold it down, because now that's going to turn into resistance. And it's like a slow fade. Like I told you guys, we're in a downtrend setup. Look at this. Look at the whole setup. Downtrending. From this morning. Follow the trend line. Every time you hit the trend line, pull back. Hit the trend line, pull back. Look at this descending wedge you have. And look like it may get a little bit more aggressive, where we could see that counter pull back down here. Now again, how far can we fall? I mean, like I said, the next possible key levels on down, guys, below that level that we just talked about, is going to be around, let me go to SPY real quick. Yeah, look, what you traded, boss? So yeah, we fall underneath this level here. You do have room to fall back down. Oops, That's the right. Yeah, that's the right one. I was about to say. I thought I had the wrong one open. Yeah. So look at all these past levels here, guys. Look at all these past levels. We wound up cracking this trend line. I mean, this price point. Look, all this room you have to fall back down this way. Because all you're doing is falling out. You're falling from the upper portion of this range now to the bottom portion. For those who can't see it due to all my lines, I do apologize. Look, it ain't my fault. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off the area. I'm going to mark off the range we just fell out of so you can see the difference. So all we did was fall out of this old range here. See? All we did was fall out of this old range that we tried to hold. Now cracking underneath this pivot point, falling down towards the bottom portion of this range that we held before. Bounce and bounce. All we do, like I said, all we doing now is once we crack underneath this pivot point, all we doing is just hitting all these levels on down towards where we had a bounce, towards as low as 675. So, in other words, take today's tops, right? And let's see if it's going to create a huge downtrend this way going into tomorrow. So, falling from the 690s all the way down to these bottoms, right? To see can we hold as we go into tomorrow to see if tomorrow level going to hold for the possible transition. So this let me draw it out. Let me draw it out. Oops, hold up, close that. My bad. This is what I'm trying to picture. All right, starting from these tops, right? Monday's tops, and falling all the way down this way, seeing that we can hold, and trying to find some type of reversal back this way. Something like this. Something like that to the nation. We're going to fall from these tops, which we're already doing. Crack this mid area. Have these buyers hold right about here. And then start to slowly reverse our way back that way. I mean, that's what I'm anticipating. See, can we do it? Try to go from some type of red to green move back up. That's the game plan if we can get it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So all I'm going to do is watch from here down to here. I mean, when we're going to hit this level, we could hit it today. We could hit it in the post market. It all depends. I mean, for right now, we know that we fell from the 690s all the way down towards the damn near 680s. That's almost damn near a $10 drop. Think about it. From where we started from these highs, 690s, look where we're at already. 681s. We're not too far from hitting 680s. Guys, that's a $10 drop that we already encountered. $10. 680s, 690s, 680s, $10 already. That's $10. So watch this little level. Buyers gonna try their best to try to hold this, but I just definitely see a little bit more downside coming where I think sellers gonna trap those buyers and go for even lower prices. I think that's gonna be the next one. They're gonna try to go for that next leg down. So again, let those sellers go into the buyer's territory. Let them enter into their territory. I mean, hell, the buyers that went into the seller territory, and you already seen the results of that crap. Buyers, buyers stepped in, they tried to run it right into the bear's territory. Bears wasn't having it. They got trapped, and all the sellers did was kick them right on out. So now, as bears going into the buyer's territory, can you trap them, kick them out? So right here's your pivot point. Above that pivot point, that'll keep us in this portion of the range. Below this pivot point, that'll keep us at the bottom portion of this range. Because again, look at your psychological levels. Look at the areas where you bounced at. Here and here. Now, not until we crack the levels, then you can focus on going even lower. But watch this to see if, psychologically, will buyers take advantage of these price points. Only until we crack it, then yeah. Because in other words, what I'm trying to tell you guys is I don't want puts trying to chase here, and I don't want puts trying to chase here where you be maybe running right into a damn bear trap, is what I'm saying. I don't want you getting caught in a trap where it could reverse on you. Think about these psychological levels. Think about where these sellers, newbie sellers, tried to come in at and got trapped and went right back on up. Once and twice. So do I think we may go a little bit lower? I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, the spot does still looks weak. I mean, right here is make or break. Again, if those sellers can successfully close this way, now that's putting you towards the 680s, 678s, down to the 676s. Well, you be falling back down to those lows. So I do think we may see a little bit more coming, possibly coming. What they're gonna do right now, because you already fell underneath that level. That was one of the main levels that you need to stay on top of, which is 81.73. So now that's putting you in this little range here, where the buyers are holding and where the sellers are holding. Because you gotta keep in mind, now you done turn this bad boy back into resistance because you're no longer on top of it, trying to hold it for support. So now that's going to create a little ping pong like play between these bottoms and now these tops. So question is, are we going to create another bad bull trap where buyers are trying to go back up, get rejected, and then yank back on down? Because think about it, you're no longer creating an uptrend, now you're back on a downtrend. I mean, and then again, and look at the whole entire play from that which we started today to where we at right now. Look at this. From here to here, it's pretty much a downtrend. We're still unable to break above what? That trend line. That is still considered bearish. You're still losing value today. You're falling underneath from 90s, underneath 84s, now down to the 82s, 81s. You're losing value today. It's nothing calling out or screaming bullish. Where's it saying bullish at? Do you have, yes, we have room to pull back down to these psychological levels where buyers may try to utilize to try to push their way up, yeah. All you're doing is rotating right back down to these bottoms. Play the rotation game. From tops, from bottoms, to tops, from tops, back down to bottoms. All you did was rotate. Play the rotation game. Same thing with Apple. Play the rotation games from bottoms to tops, from tops, possibly back down to bottoms. It's rotating. Every single one rotates from one price to the next. They just move from one psychological price point to the next psychological price point. That's it. We know where the sellers are sitting at going into tomorrow. Even if we was to get a push back up, we know what level that we need to break if we want to see the upside. On spot, 84. And we know how powerful 84 and 86 can be because we dealt with it before, like last week. Now that we're underneath that. But now, you added on a new one. What is that? 82. So now you have another resistance to deal with. And if you notice, all the sellers are doing is slowly kicking the buyers out of the 80s. Because you're no longer at the high portion of the 80s anymore. Now you're at underneath 85, underneath 84s, underneath 83s. And if you notice, they're just slowly trying to kick them out of the 80s. Slowly kicking them out. If you lose 80, where you going? Now you be in the 70s. Matter of fact, let's look at the 5-year chart. How we looking? All right, so far as to this week, see, all you did was get rejected from last week's highs. Because you remember, these are weekly candles. So this is this week. This is last week. So that means that this week, which is today, we couldn't get above last week's high, which we got rejected, back on down. Last week's lows was as low as 75, 78. So that means could today, just this candle alone, a candle movement alone on Monday, pull all the way back down to last week's lows, which is around 75, 78. Pulling us all the way back down to these bottoms again. Because we couldn't get above the tops, we're falling right back down to these bottoms. So think about it. It's like you're pulling right back down to those bottoms again. So now we're underneath 81.73 and 82, which is going to be another powerful resistance. So sellers are just coming in, clobbering the shit out of those buyers. They just, every time, they just keep clobbering them on down, pushing them on down, pushing them on down, pushing them on down. They're not giving them any space to push. It's getting weaker and weaker right now. And then again, look at the overall market. The only thing that's in the green is Apple and Nvidia, and also those are getting weak. I mean, you got Apple, ran up towards the 69.50, fell back down to where now? The VWAP. So, and then see why I didn't chase? see why I didn't chase? Toward the tops? Now, I mean, we have room to fall back down to where? The VWAP. Where I can have better entries, better opportunities. What time it is? I know I got to soon get ready, guys, because I got to go take care of the state for my grandmother, man. Tomorrow I will be on a little bit longer because I should be done with all the property work today. So I do apologize for coming in a little late today, man. I had to finish property stuff this morning, and then my grandmother called me doing a live. She needed something else done. Well, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's like, okay, the people that moved into like the the rent houses and so forth are old, pretty much, so they can't do a lot of things. So my grandma called me and asked me, can you cut such and such grass? And they're like in their 80s, they're like in their 70s. And I see it as another business, a paying opportunity. So I'm like, no, I don't mind doing it. Because the properties that they're in are really small. So it's not like big properties. But I just look at it as a financial and beneficial opportunity where they don't have to, these people don't have to call these other services where they charging them arm and a leg. And I'm just charging half of that. Cutting the grass, whatever the case may be, money in my pockets, I'll go to my kids and, hey, keep the business going. And anytime my grandmother always need help with anything, I'm always there anyway. So I look at it as a business opportunity. So yeah, it's tiresome, but hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. So I still think this bad boy. I honestly still think they gonna try to go for that crack. But just watch this next level, cause there's two different ways this can go as we get lower and lower here. I mean, we could see a triple bottom. It's a possibility if buyers do happen to come in, or if the sellers are more aggressive than the buyers, this old support can now turn to resistance. So that can help for the next leg down. So that means that if we successfully crack underneath, right, and you so happen to bounce back on up, we can utilize that for resistance and yank them back on down. So watch what's about to happen as we pull them back down now for a third attempt. So there's two different ways this is about to go. Either we about to see a triple bottom, or those sellers gonna come in aggressive and yank right underneath that, taking that floor underneath those buys, creating a rug pull, which it could put down to those levels that I talked about, which we could see what 75, damn near 76. Because the only thing that's standing in our way, as far as seeing this price point is what? That level there. So we're about to see as we're getting closer and closer and closer, guys. Again, either you're about to see a double bottom, a triple bottom, or those sellers gonna come in aggressive, do a rug pull, take that price point away from those buyers, and go even lower, kicking them out of the 680s, back into the 670s, which it looked like that's what they want to do, and actually go to that price point that I talked about. So what was that? Now I want to get the actual price on that, the actual price point. What was that exactly? What was the lows? 75, 78. So you got down towards the 77.50s, down towards the 75, 78. So it's two specific areas on down, and I think that's what they're about to do. So 77.50 is one. 77.50 is one. Bam, perfect. Towards the downside, below. All right, that's gonna be one right here, guys, and then down towards that 75, 78, that'll be number two. So I do see two specific areas where that we can pull down to. 75, 78, right? 75, 78. So two specific areas that I do see on the downside. If those sellers come in aggressive and yank, these are the next levels on down. So let's see right here, guys. Again, two different ways this is about to go. Either triple bottom, or those sellers gonna succeed by pulling those buys right underneath, creating a rug pull. So let's see what's about to happen. Either a rug pull is about to take place, we're about to crack this level, or buys are gonna try to utilize it or save it for the third time for a triple bottom. Let's see. Still looks weak to me though. It looks like those sellers gonna try to close it underneath. I think those sellers are going to come in aggressive on that. Try to close it right underneath it. Let's see. So that means that we successfully close underneath. You can still ride this bad boy on down towards these bottoms, is what I'm saying. So what time it is right now? We got about 30 seconds. So if this counter can successfully close underneath these bottoms, I mean, we could get that continuation flush. But see how it's trying to hold? See that? See what I mean? Either we're gonna see some type of a triple bottom or we're gonna see a rug pull. So we got about 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds. So just be mindful of this area right here. Be very mindful. Be careful. All right. See how buyers are trying to utilize this for a third time? That's what I was telling y'all. Be careful. You may see either a triple bottom or a rug pull coming. All right. So here we go. Pulling back down. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Because I still think that I still think that Apple's still gonna pull back down even lower towards that 200. That's why I'm just trying to figure out where's gonna be the strong areas where buyers can step in at. Because I still think this bad boy can still fall even lower. That's why I haven't jumped in yet on Apple. Because I still think this bad boy still has room to fall even lower. Back down to those lows again. So for my puts, crack this floor level, this 80-50. On down towards these lower areas, because this is the area where those buyers 9 times out of 10 could be sitting at. But you will have room to fall back down this way. Even if you missed all of this, you will have a little bit more room to still, go for a possible quick scalp to the downside. Is what I'm saying. So a little bit more room to go. Because again, VIX picked itself back on up, especially if you get back above 2150 up to 22. That's going to equal SPY fall even more. Because again, you just want to see VIX push his way back on up, which is going to require for SPY to come right back on down. Because again, as I told you guys, they do the opposite of one another. So let me see. So it looked like VIX's 2150 is equivalent to SPY's 8050. So that means if VIX can break through its 2050 up, then we should be cracking 8050 down. So that's what it looked like. It looked like VIX's price point is equivalent to SPY's price point. So we can break above 2150 up, then we should be cracking 680.50 down. So let's just see what's about to happen on VIX, because VIX is bullish. I mean, VIX is walking all the way back up. I mean, it's trying to go for a huge U-shape back to the upside. So, because the real resistance on VIX isn't until $23. I know we haven't ran all the way back up to it yet. I still think that we may crack this bad boy and go down to these bottoms. I still think we may crack that. I really do. I think in due time, if those buyers don't come in aggressive and push what we're having engulfing green candle, I think all them sellers gonna do is create another trap and go down for another yank. We'll see though. What time it is? I know I got soon head on out, guys, because I gotta hop on this property, man. I gotta hop on this property. So I haven't traded yet today. I haven't traded yet. I mean, I was about to, but it was a good thing I didn't go chasing Apple. So I'm gonna just be waiting for the next opportunity, waiting for the next setup, and I'm gonna catch it. Trust me. I'll get ready and catch it. So yeah, guys, I'm about to soon be heading on out in a few. So I can get this crap out of the way. Guys, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, man, do feel free to hit me up right now. You know, we'll go over anything that you guys want to go over. Shout out to my traders who did trade today, who did catch these opportunities, especially on this move that we, for the 82 up to the 84 up, and for the 84 back down to the 82 on down on SPY. Shout out to my traders who caught that. Man, again, it's all about just waiting on patterns to set up, without getting caught up in the bull crap. That's it. And again, anytime you see consecutive movements like this, they're aiming for a specific targeted price. And then once that targeted price is met, then the next thing you know, here comes the reversal back down to their targeted price. Notice that. Buyers went to their targeted price, sellers went back down to their targeted price. See how easy? See how they just coincide with one another? They work together? That was it. So right now, Apple's doing a little VWAP bounce. Still looking a little weak though. Little weakish. Because it looked like it wants to crack the VWAP and fall back down this way towards the 266 to 264. Because I still think we may fall back down this way on Apple. I still do. We're gonna fall back down even lower. And watch for SPY to see if they're gonna be setting up for a bull trap, where they're gonna be trapping those buyers. as you go back on up, because you got to remember this level gonna turn turn to resistance. Because I told you guys you're gonna see a little bit of ping ponging back and forth, where you have the tops here and the bottoms here. I told you you're gonna see a little bit of ping ponging back and forth, a little bit of back and forth, little bit. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and get ready to jump on out, man. So again, right now I haven't traded yet, so I'll be setting myself up tomorrow. And again, if Apple does pull to those intended target areas, matter of fact, I gotta look at that. Let me see how we setting up on it first and foremost, because I want to see if it's setting up to what I want it to do. Let me go to Apple real quick. See, and as I mentioned, SPY can still pull back down to these possible lows. Because I mean, you gotta think about it, guys. You are in the bear territory, because you're no longer holding the trend line. So I mean, bears can come in aggressive at any given point in time until buyers step in and we get that move back to the upside. So you got to be mindful of that. Apple real quick. Apple. How far? Where's my 1 hour on? It's my 1 hour, right? Was it my 1 hour long I had set on this one? Or just the 1 hour? I'm trying to remember which one I had set for this damn thing. Oh, that's because of my 15-minute time frame. That's why I'm looking at that out. I have the wrong time frame on that. They said a whole 15 minutes. Yeah, my fault. I wasn't even thinking. All right, let me see something. See, your strongest bounce is all the way at 58. It's gonna be somewhere. I think when we pull back, it's gonna be somewhere around. It's gonna be around like the 66, 64 for a possible bounce, because you still got an uptrend building. But I'm talking about as we pull back down, it's gonna be around 66, 64. I'm thinking it's gonna be somewhere this way. I know it is. So I'm kind of being patient and still waiting it out, because we back down towards the 66. So I still think we're gonna have a little bit more room to fall back this way, where I think buyer's gonna step in. I hope we don't do it while I'm doing these grass. I hope we don't do it while I'm cutting grass. Hope not. I hope not. But yeah, guys, I'm about to head on out, man. I'm about to get a jump start on this so I can be done with this and so I can relax my nerves. But shout out to everybody who did join me, man. I appreciate you so much. Tomorrow I will be coming back at normal times, 9:15. And we'll get ready to rock and roll and see on what the market has to offer. As far as right now, we know that we had a bearish day today, pulling back down. Like I said, watch this little area right here. It's going to be somewhat of a little consolidated like state. So just keep this on watch. Again, if your longs, we want to get back, we want to break above 84. Especially if those buys going to step in, we want to get back above 82, 84. Give it that nice reversal, nice red to green. Sellers, stay underneath 82. Crack below that 80, 50, back down towards the 70, 75, 76. It just does still look like a little downtrend setup, though. Still looks downtrendish. Still underneath this trend line. So to me, it still look a little weak. I still think they're going to be, still think a little bit more pullback is coming. Possibly. But other than that, guys, I'm about to be heading on out, man. If you are new to my channel, man, please do your boy a favor. Hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way. It goes a long ways. If you already subscribed, you already know what to do. Hit the thumbs up, guys. If you are enjoying the content, you're making money from these contents. For my Twitch members and my Kick members, Kick and Twitch. I will be starting back up soon for the multi-stream, because I've just been testing it right now with just YouTube, because it seems like it's been running pretty smooth without everything else and without the multi-streaming. But I will be trying to test adding on Twitch and Kick again, guys. So I haven't forgot about y'all. I just wanted a smooth stream without no lagging and no issues. So, and I do apologize if you guys have been putting on halt, but you can still enjoy it on YouTube, man. You can still enjoy it on YouTube and so forth. But thank you guys for everything, man. So I'm about to be heading on out and getting everything rocking and rolling. So about to be signing on off, man. And like I said, just keep everything on watch. Again, shorts, you want to fall back. Again, you want to fall, stay underneath 682s, down towards the 680s into the 670s, where we'll just get this continuation fade back down to these bottoms. And like I said, the main thing that you want to see, if you are watching VIX, you want VIX to break above 2150, because it looks like 2150 level is going to be equivalent to SPY's 680.50 level. So that means if VIX breaks through, SPY should crack down, where we'll pull back down into the 70 brackets. So just keep it on watch and we'll go from there. Congratulations to everybody, man. But let me go knock this out. You already know what I'm about to say before I hit on out, guys. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk, always put grateful for greed, and you will succeed every single time. Tune in, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Love y'all, and I will see you guys for Take Profits Tuesday. Y'all know what time it is, man. Peace.
Subscribe for more content.